Hello guys, welcome back to another lovely trading video. In this one we're going to be doing some in-depth stock analysis on CHWY, which is Chewy. Reason for this is it's gapped up nearly 8% on the close of Friday, so it makes sense to be doing some analysis on it because it may be raising some awareness to some investors looking to get into the stock. So firstly, we always go into a clean daily chart, see is there any gaps that need to be filled, because more likely than not these gaps will get filled. And the only one that really stands out is going to be this 87, it's like 87.40 that needs to be filled over there. So then we'll go over to the standard deviation charts so we can get some clearer price targets and more of them. So we have a first deviation at $81 and the other first deviation at 85.70. So right off the bat, these are going to be our main targets to the upside. So if we're long now, these are areas we'll be looking to take in profits, and also maybe areas where we look to get short depending on your trading style. So we'll plot a few more support and resistance lines across the chart so we can go and kind of describe what we imagine will happen as it comes either up or continues down. So again, we'll plot the support. Any ones below this kind of yellowy or kind of yellowy kind of line is called mean. Anything below this is where we look more for buying zones, and they're considered lower risk buy zones. And if you are short, these can also be used as targets. So we will plot all the support and resistance lines, and that looks like it is it. And then we'll just go over to the clean chart so it's a bit clearer to see. So the first thing we can see is that Chewy has since been pushing up off this low, which was kind of around the first deviation on the daily. So you would expect a bounce there, and it's now come into the first deviation on the 4 hour, as you can see over here. So what this tells us is we're now waiting for that pullback, which we've now got. Usually we could wait for a pullback all the way kind of down to 65.34. But as long as it's come into a statistical mean, then that we can use as a bounce zone, which it has, because this $72 mark is our statistical mean, and we can see that's where it's pulled back to. So this does tell us that it can now continue upwards. So we're most likely going to retest this 81. When you retest, you're more likely than not going to break through, so we would be expecting a breakthrough at this 81. And then this is where we're going to come into some heavy resistance, and that'll be around $85 to $89. Reason for this is at $85, if we go over here, you can see that's where we got the first deviation on the daily. We then got $87, which you can see is the gap fill, and then at $89, which will be the second deviation on the 4 hours. So we got a heavy resistance coming into this level. So if Chewy does continue up, this is kind of where we see either a very heavy pullback or a reversal at this level. Also as well, you can think right above it, you've also got the psychological level of $90, which will add even more resistance to this level. And as you can see in the past, it has created a big movement around this level. We can see it did a large pullback here to the $90, bounced on its way down, used that as its retest level, and again struggled to break through here, and even here it did slightly break through before failing down. So this $90 level does seem to be quite significant, along with it being a psychological level. So yeah, for right now we expect it to break back through 81, and then we will expect it to kind of end when it comes to between 85 to 80 or $90. But if it does continue higher, obviously we do have these resistance lines here. Again, you can trade these however you like. If you're a long bias trader, you kind of wait for the breakthrough and the retest of this level, and then it will most likely continue higher. Or if you're a short bias trader, you short the initial touch of this area. So depending on how you trade, you can trade them in different ways. But yeah, as it continues up, these are all kind of low risk short areas. And again, if you're trying to trade them long, you just wait for the breakthrough, retest, and then you can most likely trade it long. So my short term kind of plan on this will be, I'll be ignoring this $81 level, wait for the breakthrough, get short around $85 to $90, and then be having a small target of 81 where we would move our stop to break even, and then be having a main target of around $72 and may lock some more in at 65 if it continues down that low. And again, if it continues down, fails down, when it comes into the $60 level and below, these are all low risk buy opportunities, so we could look to get long there. So I hope you enjoyed the video, hope you see you in the next one, and that's it. Peace.